Hello everyone and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Well, in this episode we will finally make our way down into that valley in the background. Well, at least we will plan out the railroad and the road connections that will go down there, but one step at a time. And speaking of the railroads, I have been reminded that yes, we can actually buy these better track layers, and yes, they are actually a lot better. They work faster and they can carry more resources, so yeah, they will make a lot more progress than the old ones. But most important of all, I think our little demographic crisis have been averted. We will have to invite a couple of extra university educated workers to make sure everything is actually back on track, but after that I think we will be in a good place. So anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Alright then, let's get started. So, the game is now on. Well, yeah, in the last episode, a couple of things have been brought to my attention. For example, I completely forgot about the fact that, well, we can actually, carry these machines around by trucks. So tell you what, I think I will buy maybe 4 open haul trucks for these guys. But first, let's make sure they can actually carry them, so I believe we can check right here. Yes, so the Y12D and the 10 can carry these guys. Okay then, well, let's go for those. So open hole and the YAG10 and the 12D. Okay. For the future proofing, I think I will go for this one is only 35 kph, this one is 40. I think the 12D is better in the long run. Yeah, let's go for these guys. So as I've said, I think I will buy 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And also, I have been reminded to check that yes, we can actually buy road cranes now. Finally. Okay, this one is level 5, this one is level 10. I believe it will double the work output of 10 workers, if I remember correctly, or something along those lines. They will not do anything by themselves, they will just increase the output of a certain amount of workers, I believe. So anyways, I will buy, let's say, yeah, 4 of these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's great. Anything else? Nothing else for now, I think. At least not in this one. This one can operate from here because they don't need to go to the border for resources, so it's fine. In fact, the open haul trucks will be only for delivering the machines around. There we go. Okay, next up. Before we build the university, let's make sure it has power because yes, I have been playing off camera a little bit just to make sure that we are prepared for the next episode, and yes, apparently this guy has no power. Let's take care of that right now. And let me see, power, substation, this one. I think we can squeeze it in right next to it. Something like this. Basically attached to the building as a auxiliary. Something like this, as close as possible, there we go. And usually I just put a dirt road there, it's fine. And thankfully we have the, where is it? Yeah, the transformer right here. I will just hook it up to that one and that will take care of it. Yeah, let's just go for the biggest possible cabling. Let me see. Might as well braid these together as usual. So no, not quite. That one is facing the, yeah, that one is facing the wrong way. That one is correct. So that is right here. Okay, let's just bring it out. Yeah, I was afraid of this. You stop right there. Dock under this one. Can you do it? Yes, you can. There we go, and hook into this one. Ah, please don't do this to me. I want to have a nice, orderly power network. I don't like having those extra nodes if I can avoid it. Maybe if I bring it out a little bit further. Yep, there we go. Okay, now it is a big single cable. Let's go ahead and build it, and obviously this is going to be very, very high priority. Thank you very much. Okay, and we have the road cranes already on station. Very good. In fact, we have 3 road cranes on this guy. Unfortunately, yeah, this is not going to be a big help until we have the resources, but that will come eventually. By the way, we did free up a couple of spots in these. Yeah, we did. Okay, I think I will fill these up with open haul trucks so we can speed up the delivery of these resources. Sort by capacity, and yeah, once again, why it's D for the extra speed. I don't think the extra capacity on this one offsets the speed of this one. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe we did free up some space. Another one, no? Oh right, we only had 2 bulldozers and 2 excavators, so that's fine. Okay, well, 4 it is done. Okay then, how are we doing in the other ones? This one is high priority, that's fine. By the way, I have decided that once everything else is built, this one will be high priority, and in this house I would like to only have university educated people living. And well, ideally they should be high loyalty as well, but we don't have that one taken care of just yet. But anyways, this house will only deliver workers for the technical university, the clinic, the police, and the party HQ. And which is, by the way, yes, it is in range. Very good. So this is just for university workers. In fact, maybe we should have this one set as well. Also, kindergarten. Right. Apparently we need another kindergarten, which is, I mean, yeah, I can see why. Fine, let's build on. I suppose we can use this place for it. Let me see, this one, kindergarten. Let's just go ahead and put it right here. Okay, the road can go a little bit further down, not asphalt, just gravel for now. You can go right there, and we can hook it up to the rest with some footpaths. Okay, this should do it for now at least. Right, high priority, and this one is medium priority, that's fine. And I will put in the front connections. You know what, no, front connections will be decorative. I think this is going to be more than enough. So yeah, that will take care of that. Okay, now you just need the resources, and this place should be built relatively quickly. Then this one. Also, how is this one? Yeah, this year is not going to happen. There's no way we are going to finish this one before harvest is over. So yeah, but this is more important. In fact, if you're not going to finish this one, this is going to be knocked down to medium priority. Let's finish this one first, because we can at least take advantage of this one during winter. Okay, also, so we have taken care of the cranes and the flatbeds for the machinery. I have been also reminded that yes, now we can actually buy better track layers, especially since we have full access to the customs house by rail, so we can just buy them right now. The old one is level 4, so not a very fast one. The new one is level 18. a lot better. Okay, I will buy 2 of them obviously, and let me see. White, black, green. Yeah, let's just go for green. 1 and 2. So that is 2 more. By the way, you will leave, right? Once the other one arrives, obviously. No? Are you stuck in here? Ignore red signal. Or, maybe we need to tell you to go home. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, they will collide for a second, but that's fine. There we go. Okay, I think we can sell the small old ones now. So you can go, and you can go. So these guys should be a bit faster, and they should be able to carry a bit more resources, which is obviously a good thing. By the way, I did set this one to be off, right? No. I don't want to build these pieces of track. I want to build these pieces of track, but this will take a very long time in the future. In fact, this one is low priority. There we go. Build everything before here, and then you can move on to the, well, move on to this one. And that should do it. Okay, how are things around here? Oh, not too bad. The resources are piling in. What about you? We just need a little bit of extra, and that will be done in a second. This one is also coming along nicely. Okay then. Well, what can we do in the meantime? Let me see. Well, I think we can maybe take care of this road that I left in half at the end of the last episode. So I think I am okay with roads going down on yellow contour lines. Ideally this should be obviously a serpentine, but I think I am okay with this. Let me see. Now that we have the bulldozers and the excavators, right? Yes. No, wait. Just the bulldozers. Where are the excavators? There's 1, 2, 3. Where is the last one? There you are. Okay, fine. We will need excavators for building base leveling. So I would like to do basically this, but obviously create a channel, but without excavators that's not going to happen. And you can see the end result, and yeah, I think it's going to be worth it. Fine, obviously, no, don't build it yet. But I will create a small channel with the excavators once they are available. Okay then. Ooh, and the resources are delivered. Anyone can work here now. It is open gates for everyone. And with the extra road cranes, this really shouldn't take too long. So, you know what? Let's speed through it. Wow, that really didn't take too long. Love to see it. So this place should be open. Okay, don't go here just yet. Only once it has power. So everyone go home and work somewhere else. Also, by the way, where was the fire? Oh, that is not great. Thankfully it was taken care of, but it's very far away. That's why it took a bit longer than usual. Oh well. Let me know when this one is finished and this one is finished, so we can open the university. And this one will be... Sorry, this one should be high priority. No. That's kindergarten. This one is high priority. Yeah, there we go. Also, this one has the resources too, so it is open for business. And it is... finished. There we go. Okay. You guys, can you please keep it full? There, and 80% please. In fact, universal 80% filling rate for everything from this place. And this one really should have 70% food, 20% clothes, and 10% electronics. Good. That's fine. And the meat. Don't forget about the meat. For that we will obviously need a refrigerated truck. So that is right here. 0.75, 2.5. Yeah, as usual, this one. Let's wait until you arrive. There you are. And you are off to refuel, but you can just go ahead and pick up and drop off. Good. And don't go back to the depot. No. Did he stop? There we go. So meat storage and have a full unload at the shop. Why were you trying to load at the shop? That's not what I want you to do. Also load at the meat storage. There we go. That's more like it. So let's make sure it is doing what we need. So you go for a refuel. Good. And then you go and pick stuff up. Good. And then drop everything off right here. Very good. Okay. So that means that this place is now fully operational, which means that this place can be opened. But I might want to wait. Should we just set this to be university only? We might. I think everything else should be pretty much good. Everything else should be in range. Yeah, it can go to the cinema for culture. It can reach the amusements. Yeah, I think it can be open now. Okay, go for it. So only university educated people can live here. The same for this one. At this point, this can be the high priority. I am tempted to once again fast forward through this, but it can wait for a second. By the way, we have been building quite a bit recently. Let's check on the garbage coverage. So here. Right, these two are not covered. I don't think these are covered either. Yeah, this one is only serving this small side alley. So I think we might want to hook up right here as well. So let's continue with this one a little bit. There, and yeah, let's just go next to the Shevchenko monument. Yeah, sure. This will do. This will be built relatively quickly, and then this should be able to reach after that. Yeah, I think it will be able to reach the museum, because right now it is not covered by anything. So yeah. Okay, what else? Garbage coverage. That's great. These are fine. Yep, everything else looks good. So only these two now. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can squeeze in a connection anywhere else, so we need to have a completely new one built. You know, this is where I wish we had buildings not have a completely square or rectangular footprint, because right now this space is completely wasted. I really wish we could squeeze in a garbage collection there, but unfortunately we cannot. So this is not going to work, because technically this is part of the building's footprint. Oh well. If I build this one here, for example, it will not cover the kindergarten. But if I do this, then I think it should. I think this will take care of that. I guess we will see. If not, I guess we can build one more. It's not going to be another world. So, okay, you can... yeah, let's just go for a small one, it's fine. So you can go as close as possible so we can squeeze in as much range out of you as we can, and there we go. Okay. Oh no, wait. Although, yeah. Gravel footpath. High priority and high priority. Also, I think at this point the foliage should be grown enough to see what we have missed. For example, we have missed the front of the school, and here as well. This one. So yeah, we have still plenty of planting to do. This one should be, yeah, still missing a little bit here as well. I think I will take care of this maybe at the end of the episode if I don't forget. But obviously I want to have a normal coverage of foliage. Also, yeah, this square have been missed. Also, yeah, don't we have vanilla playgrounds now in the monuments? Yeah, children's playgrounds. This one will influence the sport enjoyments for children. Yeah, all the same, 3%, 100 meters. Ooh, that's a big one. What about you? Big. You. Smaller, but still too big. Okay, I might want to download those small children's playgrounds and try to squeeze them in here. I think that would be kind of okay. Okay then, how are things in these? Yeah, it is completely full. What about the meat? That's fine. Okay then, are you about to be finished? Yeah, this one is good to go, so everyone can work here now. And I don't think people can work into this workplace from the streets, so no reason to bother. Yeah, it is already set to maximum, so only vehicles can deliver workers for this one, because it's a disconnected infrastructure. Okay, fine. Let's finish this one real quick. There we go. Construction finished. What was this? Collision cannot pass. Yes, you can. Thankfully, they usually teleport home if they are unable to reach their workplace by collisions. I think the only things that not teleport around are dedicated line trains, but the ones working from buildings, I think they will teleport home. Anyways, how much are you able to build in one go? Well, obviously still not a lot, nowhere near the EDK 3000, or was it the EDK 3000? You know, the ones I usually use. Nowhere near as fast as or efficient as those, but still much better than the old clunkers that we have been using until now. Anyways, anything else we want to do? How is garbage? Lovely. Also, yeah, as you can see, now we are actually dumping stuff into the dump. We still have a little bit of stuff in here, but it's not enough to bother with it, so it's fine. By the way, do we have excavators yet? No, they are still busy somewhere else. Wait, why are you here? Electronics. Can you please teleport home? I don't think you are supposed to be working there exactly. You are standing still now. What about the others? If this one was stuck, maybe the others are stuck as well. I believe I saw a couple of them milling around here. For example, yeah, this one is... No, this one is only open, already open storage. So can you please go home? Yeah, it's not even blocked by roads, so I think these guys must have been bugged or something. What about you? Yeah, and the same. What is going on? Again, the same. Also building on fire. Ooh, that's far away. Let's monitor this situation. I don't want to lose this one. Just in time. Good. By the way, what is this? Durability of this building. 24, not too bad. Okay, so the excavators are now standing still. So yeah, I think they were blocked for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But that means that we can take care of this road now. So what I want to do is, yeah, I think I will start a road around here and carve a ramp until here, I think. Let's start with dirt roads for now. So from here to here. And that should do it. In fact, I think this created enough white contour lines for me to be happy with it. So yeah, I think this was worth it. Stop production. At this point, you really shouldn't. Anyways, we can go all the way down until now, or until here. Good, but I will not put it in just yet. Let's make sure the other side is good as well. Alright, we can do it like this as well, fanning it. Yeah, that will do. So, you can go right there. And you can go right next to it. How is the incline? I think it's... yeah, I think it's fine. It's not too steep for road vehicles. I don't think I would be okay with it if it was rail, but for road I think I will be fine. Okay, we can hook it up to the rest of the road network. Okay, that takes care of that, and obviously these two nodes need to go. Okay, so I think we have a clean way for the roads to get down into this valley. Now we just need to take care of the railroad, and that is going to be, well, a little bit less steep than that. Basically, I will maybe, let me see, how far should we go between contour lines? So if I go, let me see, this one will be, no, this one will be 500 meters maybe. So from here to here. Yeah, I think I will be okay with 500 meters per thicker contour lines. I think that sounds about good. Okay, before we go with that, stop production. You are okay. I really maybe should increase the frequency of these bosses once again. Although it appears it is working okay now. But most of it is being taken up by constructions. Oh yeah, by the way, this one is finished. Okay, so only university educated workers can work here. And I think I did say in the last episode that yes, I think I will actually invite university educated workers now, because I think we are in a bit of a death spiral. So if we take a look at the population statistics for... oh right, we don't even need to. The last time I checked this one, it was 110 university educated workers. Now it's down to below 100. We are definitely in a death spiral, so we need to invite more. And tell you what, is this finished yet? Not quite. Well, that's fine. I will fill this one up with university educated workers. This is going to be very expensive, but that's fine. Has to be done. There we go. And you guys can only work the clinic, the police station, and the teaching. But teaching is going to be the last resort. I want to make sure everyone is taken care of. in terms of safety and health, and the rest can go teach. Thankfully, these two don't really require a lot of highly educated workers, so we will have plenty of professors make their way here. So that's going to be fine. Also, are we researching? You know what? I am waiting until we can do the radio research, but in the meantime, we can do the basic fire prevention. Let's just make sure we don't overburden the party officials. So yeah, 8 of them can do the research, the rest will be teaching. So there we go. Also, anyone really living here yet? No, that's fine. Okay then, so the clinic should be a lot better now, and the police station. I really wanted to do this for the police station because, as you can see, we have a lot of unsolved crimes. Yeah, I really need to take care of that. Plus, this should free up enough educated workers that maybe they can start working in the secret police. And there we go. They already have the cars, so hopefully they will start monitoring people a little bit more. Okay then, once this one is built, I will set up, open this university. And by the way, in this university, yeah, I think money is a bit more important right now than loyalty. So yeah, let's go ahead and establish the geology faculty. And this one will be, yeah, 9 professors. No, wait. Yeah, 13. Also, we did unlock a new car, that's fine. Okay, I think we can go for the railroad next. Let's go for it. So, as I have said, I think I will go for 500 meters per these thicker contour lines. So from here we need to go down to this one. So let's go for 500 meters once again. And excavators are busy. Where are you busy right now? Because I don't want you to be... Never mind. You really cannot reach that far. Let me check something. The message was that there was no excavators in the construction office. So if I do this, for example... Yeah, okay. So they cannot reach. Well, that's not a big problem. By the way, is it really? Yeah, I suppose it's barely out of range. Well, that's not a big problem. We can just build a small construction outpost. So let's just build a small temporary dirt road and put a free construction office right next to it. That will do. And oh right, we don't have a free construction office. All of them are being used. Any of them I can sacrifice. All of these need to go to the border. This one is... The buses... Oh right, the buses don't need to go. You guys can park yourself in if it's built. It's not, but it's fine. All of you can go ahead and work from here from now on. And you can pick up workers right here. Okay, so this one... No, this one should be... Yeah, it's empty now. Good, and we can put this one right here. So we can actually do the excavations. So that one and the free office right here. Yeah, any way I can force them to refuel right now. Can't I tell you to refuel? I don't think so. You know what, it's fine. Let's just send them to the new office, which is right here. And I suppose I can just do the fuel trick by pausing the game. I don't like it, but as I've established, this is not exactly the strictest kind of challenge kind of playthrough, so I think it's going to be fine. So let's wait until they arrive. Ooh, construction finished. That is, yeah, the power line, so the university is open for business. By the way, you guys can work here as well. Sorry, it needs to have open slots or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so 50% on the small clinic, 50% in the police station, and 0 in the university. Or maybe 1%, 1%, just to be extra sure. So they are split equally. Yeah, sure. Okay, then 49 and 49. And there we go. Okay then. So research on the geology is on the way. After that we need to do the resource geology, and then we can start looking for oil. Finally. Also, I think the next one should be this one. High priority. By the way, is this full yet? No, we still have 4 spaces left. Well, in that case, didn't we have 4 more buses somewhere else? Maybe in this one? The old Gagonos, yes, we have 6 of those. Okay, fine, you guys can stay here for now. So, the the excavators are arriving. Good. And I believe they are too far away to go for a refuel from here. Let me see, one of them had a very little fuel. Yeah, this one's completely empty. Yeah, they cannot go for a refuel because they are too far away. And the game is paused, so yeah, let's take care of this little ramp going down into the valley. Let's take a look. I think it looks relatively okay. From down here... Yeah, I think this incline I am very happy with. Barely perceptible, which is perfectly fine for a railroad. Okay, unfortunately we are once again out of range. So yeah, tell you what, let's bring them a little bit closer. That should do it. I believe all we need to do is send them back home. So all of you, can you please just park yourself here once again. And once you are out of here, I will redirect you to the new place. There we go. So delete this one and rebuild it a bit closer. In fact, not here. Maybe a little bit more like there. Yeah, so we can reach a little bit further this way. Oh, this is technical obvious. Sorry. Okay, let's wait until they arrive and then we can continue. Okay, so how are things in the city? This one. Very good. I don't see a lot of people waiting for professors, so that's very good news. And here... Yeah, this one's a little bit more busy because we have more people in range. But for the most part, it looks okay. Okay. Next up, the population statistics. Sorry, that's finances, there we go. So here, let's take a look at the entirety of this here. So obviously, We need to wait a little bit until we see a bit of uptick in the population, but hopefully that will not take a too long time. Especially not, I think, yeah, having better access to healthcare will lower the amount of deaths. In fact, I think we should see a marked improvement relatively soon. And meat. Why did we have an outage recently? Yeah, meat should be basically non-stop. Well, healthcare, small 2% dip, but I think that should improve now that we have better access to healthcare, so it should be fine. Loyalty, big increase overall, but I think, yeah, these guys in here are losing loyalty now that they, you know, freshly arrived. But I think overall maybe we will reach, I don't know, 40% over time, I mean. So yeah, it's going to be fine. By the way, I will check the loyalty in a second. Alcohol, yeah, new arrivals, so we have a bit of an uptick, but that will drop. Culture, the same, new arrivals. Oh right, that's maybe why we had such a outage for meat, because of the new arrivals. Okay, fire in the shopping center. Yeah, that will be taken out relatively quickly. Sports, yeah, it's going back up. This one going back down. Thank you. And clothing, yeah, it's fine. And this one is improving. Very good. Already seeing more university educated workers. Also, we have around 800 children, and the uneducated people is around 400, so lovely. By the way, we can check here. Yeah, everyone can work. Good. Okay, then I suppose we just need to give them a bit more time. By the way, this one has all the resources. Okay, where are the road cranes? By the way, wait. I didn't see you. Yeah, you can go home. Right, we have 6 excavators, that's right. So one more should be stuck somewhere. I have no idea why this happened, but obviously it's far from ideal. Also, we did unlock... This looks like an excavator as well. Or, no wait. That's a railroad car, so that must be a... whatchamacallit? A truck layer. Okay, where is the last excavator? You are home. Where are you? Right here. And yeah, once again, I have no idea why this is happening. They are done with the foundations, they should be heading home, but for some reason they are stuck here. And they have a clean way out as well. Oh well. Let's just take a look at that track layer. Or potential track layer. So here, yes. This one is 17 speed, not as fast as this one. And they are shorter, so I don't think they can carry that much resources. So yeah, these Weimar, I don't know, whatever, the ones we have right now, these will be just fine. Okay then, so these guys should be here by now. Yes, you are. Let's go ahead and keep working. Okay, I think we are pretty much okay, except, yeah, let's just make this one a little bit nicer. So let's just go ahead and make this one. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we can build a bridge here, a small viaduct. Right, for this one, I believe we will need bulldozers. I mean, for the terraforming. Let's just take a look. Yeah, we need bulldozers for this. Maybe. I believe we need excavators for the building leveling. So if I don't know, take this one for example, and start from down here, maybe a longer one. Yeah, this guy. Start from down here. Yeah, there we go. We can do this. I would have to create a small bridge here because, well, the railroad has been a little bit boring until now, so let's spice things up a bit. Yeah, not a big dip, but I think it's big enough to warrant a railroad bridge. So yeah, tell you what, let me see. Oh right, for proper terraforming we will need bulldozers, but I think we can do it. So first things first, take care of that. There we go. So a bridge, I think I will go for... Should we go for curved ones right away? Or just build something like this one, the truss under the bridge. You know what, now let's build these ones. This one has the best speed. Yeah, let's go for it. Wait. Oh right, we need concrete rail tracks for these guys. Okay, fine, let's build these ones instead then. So from here to here. So if we build it like this, yeah, I think we can warrant a bridge here. Maybe we can even squeeze a road under it. Yeah, if you really have to, maybe we can build a small ramp for the roads and we can squeeze them under this bridge. This is just purely for decorations. So anyways, let's hook things up once again. And this one can go back a little bit further. So we can create a nice gentle turn onto the bridge. Yeah, that looks a little bit better now. Okay, let's finalize. And obviously get rid of the nodes. Okay, so this is the railroad going down into this valley. Might be a small overkill that I am, such a stickler for having, gentle ramps for the railroad, but I think it will look nice. We will have a nice gentle way going down. We will have a nice scenic view of the farmland. So yeah, I think it will be worth it. Okay, you guys can go home now. So you all please head home right here. Okay then, we have about 10 minutes left on the recording before I reach the 1 hour mark. This one is... yeah, this is not going to be finished in this harvest season, so... Well, by the way, how are things around the city? Research, ooh, 17% already, not bad. And this one, 39, yeah. I think we can finish up all the fire prevention researches before we can move on to the radio. And by the way, obviously I did give it a try, and radio is not as big a help as I remembered. Obviously, right now we don't have a lot of people with radios. We only have, yeah, 143. If you take a look at the entire timeline, yeah, it's not a lot. So I do believe we need to have a radio station before people have the incentive to buy a radio. Or not buy, but get a radio. You know what I mean? So I think, yeah... Oh, right, maybe these guys were stuck because maybe they were waiting for these guys. Well, anyways, don't get distracted. So anyways, I think we will need to have a radio station before the people have the incentive to get a radio. So maybe once it's built, people will, you know, have a reason to get a radio. Well, anyways, that will have to wait because we have plenty of researches to do. I think we will need to take out at least one more loan before we can actually start making some good money. By the way, how is the railroad? Ooh, nice. This one is now hooked up. So technically speaking, if we really have to, we can start running a locomotive, I think. Because I think from here it can turn around and still come out this way. Although if from here it needs to go to one of the destinations, then it might not be able to reach. So yeah, you know what, let's wait until the entire refueling is filled. In fact, I think I will wait until we have signals before we start worrying about, you know, setting up a railroad. Yeah, okay, fine, we will wait. And by that time, I think we can take care of the railroad distribution research as well, so... yeah, I think it's okay. Okay then, so let's take one last look. Population statistics. So here, entirety of this year. Yeah, now we have a marked increase in the amount of babies being made. Very good. And deaths are still pretty much level. I guess we will see. Obviously this month is not finished yet, so I think we will reach about the 40 level, or maybe even 60 by the end of this month. I guess we will see. Births, I think, is, yeah, about the same. Thankfully escapes are pretty minimal now. This one is fine, it's going up, very good. Yeah, the extra babies are now counting as uneducated, but education is fine. And loyalty. Okay, we are leveling out around 38. And speaking of loyalty, overlays, and let's take a look at this one. Okay, we can see some of the buildings, but not all of them. Yeah, we don't really have nearly enough agents. Not good. I am tempted to fill this two up with highly educated workers as well. I believe we need to have highly educated for these agent jobs. Yeah, all of them are highly educated. Should we? It would help in the long run, because until we have a clear picture of the loyalty of these guys, I cannot really limit them here. Right, fine. I will buy a couple of extra. All of you, and I think... okay, I will not limit the workplaces, but I think you should be able to find your way in here. So hopefully we will have a clear picture of the loyalty of these citizens, and once we do, I think I will start limiting the amount of, you know, who can work here based on loyalty, and that will definitely increase the loyalty a lot, because, well, the more loyal the teacher, the more loyal the student as well. In fact, I think we just start here in the elementary school. Because, well, the sooner we start putting some ideas into their heads, the better, I think. By the way, here, in fact, you know what? Here, only 40% loyalty for the teachers. Let's see if that's doable. Yes, it is. Okay. Are they all actually known? Yes, all of them are known quantities. Good. Okay, and I think we can go up to 50% maybe. Let's take a look. Is 50% doable? Yes, I think so. It's a bit up and down, but I think it's okay. Okay, so now children are getting, well, properly educated. And later on, we will do the same for the university and the party HQ as well. Okay then, so yeah, basically the biggest accomplishments in this episode was the road and the railroad plans going down into the valley. Other than that, well, it was the opening of the university and putting things back on track. By the way, anyone complaining about anything specific in these houses? Not really. That's fine. Okay then. As long as the heating plant is up and running, I think we should be okay. In fact, I think... No, 18 I think is okay for the closing temperatures. Okay then, also I did notice this guy is not in the range of this collection point, which is obviously far from ideal. But you know what? We only have this one and this one as pickup points right here, so I think it's fine. I will allow it. Also, you know what? Just as a test, I will put one monument here and then... No, not then. While I'm doing so, I will say goodbye. So, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.